That's like professional.
It is.
Show you my phone. You have your phone. I don't need my phone. Maybe you should.
I need my pinky out.
That's good.
I have the broken pinky anyway, so it naturally goes out. What's up, everybody? I'm here with the man, Silas Nasita. Big reason I started vlogging. I mentioned that whenever I told you I was going to Germany. When you're the best player in Europe, you get your own mug.
It seems very cocky to have a mug like that, but here's what happened. I played in Germany in a team called the Frankfurt Universe, and they sold these mugs at the game. At the end of the season, the guy who sold the mugs, he gave me a few of them to take home to my family members, and I never actually got to give them to my family members because they don't live around here. And so I have them. I never use it. I let other people use it because it's kind of weird. It'd be really weird if I use that mug. So.
All right, here we go. So this video is, I'll just break down from the beginning why we're here in this awesome setup with Silas's new studio. So I met Silas through social media. So he started vlogging in Germany in what, 2017? 2016?
2016.
Okay. So 2016 was his first year in Germany. I'll let him explain that here in a minute. But a year ago when I found out that I was going to go play ball in Germany, or at least had a chance to, I started researching all the GFL information and came across this guy and a couple others as well. And so I watched his videos, trying to learn about the league and everything that it entailed. And when I finally got the call that I was going to get to go, I was like, well, this guy's in Texas. I'm not too far from Texas. I'm going to reach out and just see if he'll reply back. Not thinking anything of it, just reaching out. I was like, this guy's going to see the message and be like, psh. But he didn't, and here we are doing this video. So I got some questions that we're going to ask Silas about Germany so that I can know what to expect when we go to Germany.
He was going to ask me these questions already, and so we just decided we might as well film it because there's a lot of players that go overseas who have no idea what it's like to play over there, no idea what it's like to live over there, and we might as well make a video about it so that those people who are going can have some of those questions answered as well.
Absolutely. That, as much as it's going to benefit me, I want this to be if anybody going to the GFL after me and after Silas can come back and look and say, have the same questions that I have, they can just watch this video and have those questions answered. So first question, we'll start simple and then kind of get a little deeper from there. Good. All right, first question. What's your favorite memory about Germany?
Ooh.
I know I'm sure there's a lot of them being, what, 3 years? 3 years in Germany and then 1 year in Italy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he spent 4 total seasons over there. And so I'm sure as a world traveler, you experience all kinds of ups and downs and fun adventures. So if you can name, let's do top three. Top three favorite memories of Germany.
That's tough. That's really tough because there's so many good memories. First thing that comes to mind would probably just be really getting to know Anya and her family, living in Marburg. Anya was like my German mother, is my German mother.
I remember seeing the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she seemed really sweet.
She's amazing, took care of me all the time, and just kind of really getting to be a part of that German family and do life with them. I love going to get Doner at...
What is Doner?
Doner is a Turkish fast food type thing, basically.
Okay.
You're gonna have to get it when you go there. Okay. It was invented in Germany, but it is Turkish.
Okay.
And Doner and shawarma, actually, I think shawarma might be my favorite out of the two, because in Marburg we used to go to this shop called the Shawarma House, and my man Abdul would hook us up with these bomb shawarmas, and it was like $3. So good. Living in Frankfurt, right downtown, was super sick as well because I could just walk outside, hop on the U-Bahn, go straight down to...
U-Bahn is the train?
Yeah, it's like the inner city train.
Okay.
So it doesn't take you city to city, it just takes you around the city. And it's not in every city, but it is in Frankfurt. Okay. So I loved living down there. I know those are really broad because it was just basically like living in Marburg, living in Frankfurt. Yeah. But I can't really narrow it down as possible.
No,
I'd have to think about it for a long time.
That's okay. I won't put
And then the third favorite memory would just being able to be able to travel.
Yeah.
Because you live in Germany, you're right in the middle of Europe, and everything is so close, so you can just travel everywhere.
Dope. Sweet. All right, next one. So with it being my first time overseas. So what advice would you give to a first timer, not only going overseas for the first time, but traveling, vlogging, playing football just for the first time, going over there? Because obviously when you first went, you were 22 years old? 22. And you're 26 now.
Yeah.
And so I'm 25. What advice would you give to a 26-year-old who, rather than the 22-year-old who went for the first time?
Yeah, the number one bit of advice would be to go with an open mind, to really jump into that culture, jump into that environment, and like leave your American expectations in America and go and learn how to be an American in Germany. Learn how to do things the German way. Doesn't mean you have to completely change who you are. It just means that like learn how to do life the way they do it there.
Embrace the culture. And I don't want to be a tourist.
Right.
Like, I don't want to just go and be the American that is ignorant and just thinks
like never,
my way is the right way and your way is wrong.
Right, and never gets involved with like Germany itself. Like what I say is like go spend time with your German teammates, go out and do German activities, go like do what the Germans love to do. Go have a beer with German and talk to them for an hour. Go like just have a barbecue with a German family, or definitely go to and see castles and all the beautiful landscapes they have. Yeah, also there's gonna be difficulties of convenience, because in America we exalt convenience, like doing things the easiest way possible, and not necessarily like the best way. And so things might be a little more difficult. You might not have air conditioning. You might not have a dryer. More than likely, you won't have a dryer.
What's the plug situation over there? Isn't the plugs like different?
Right.
Outlets?
Yeah. So they have a different outlet. It's a different shape. You need to get converters. So like all your electronics here are not going to fit in the outlets there. So you have to have converters. What I did, which I learned after my first year, was I got like maybe a 3-pack of converters, but then I brought a US power strip.
To plug into the...
That way you just like put one plug in a converter, plug that into the wall. Now you have a strip of maybe 10 American outlets that you can use. And then you'll have to have the other converters for different things, like in the bathroom. Like you don't want a power strip in your bathroom, but like for your razor, whatever, or your trimmer, whatever. I would bring between 3 and 5 converters.
Okay, so on that, thinking of stereotypes and being like the Germans, what's one stereotype that you had of Germany or the Germans that you were just completely off on?
I would say that the stereotype that I had that was completely wrong, I guess I would say I might have a stereotype that Germans were a little like standoffish to Americans, like we don't really want to associate with you, which was
we don't want
totally
to do with you.
I would say totally wrong on one and like on the main front. Actually on like, okay, let's say it this way. Like, yeah, honestly, I would say that's just totally wrong. Like most, like 95% of my interactions with Germans were like very good. And most of them were very welcoming, very inviting. Then again, it's a give and take. I was very interested in their culture, very interested to learn their language. I would try speaking their language. I really showed them that, hey, I'm not here to just like do things my way. I'm over here to like learn about you guys, and I think it's cool. And because I was like that, I was received really well.
As a vlogger, someone walking around with a camera in your face all day, where do you stand out from being different and joining the Germans? Because obviously if you're walking around with a camera in front of your face, you're standing out and you're being different. So how are you respectful when you're walking to a restaurant or walking to a cafe or wherever you're at with a camera while still talking to your viewers but not disrupting everybody around you?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like, no matter what, if you're gonna vlog in Germany, there are gonna be 50 to 100 times in the 6 months that you are there that a German comes up to you, asks you why you're filming or don't film them, stop filming, delete your footage. I've had that happen so many times.
Really, what's your response?
Your response has to just be
okay, or are you just create a conversation?
Just be respectful about it. If they ask you why you're filming, they're gonna kind photo. That's what they're gonna say. Just be respectful about it and say, I'm sorry, I'm not filming anyone. This is for me. And you might have someone say, delete the footage, and you can either just like walk away or do whatever. So I mean, yeah, like just vlog. Don't be afraid to vlog, but don't film anybody that doesn't want to be filmed.
Gotcha.
And
I guess it's very similar to here in America.
Yeah, it's pretty.
People who don't want to be on camera, like, hey, cut me out.
It's really the same.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get a little deeper now. How did you handle communicating with family and friends when you were over there, back here in the States? Did you communicate a lot with them?
No, honestly, for me, I'm the type of person who is very in the present, where I am.
Living in the moment.
Yeah, living in the moment. I'm very futuristic, but what I mean by that is like wherever I am, I'm there.
That's where your focus is.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
So if I'm in Germany, I'm 7 hours ahead of everyone in America. So I pretty much, when I was overseas, American life is just like, that's not even in my brain.
Right.
I don't want to just spend all my time in Germany thinking about what's going on in America. Like, I'm only there for a short amount of time in my life. I want to be there. I want to be present. I want to go out and do things and be a part of that life, rather than just like sitting on Instagram and wondering what everyone in America is doing. I talk to the closest people in my life on the phone every now and then, but like I said, for me, if you take advantage of your time and really jump into the culture and the experience with the mindset that I'm only gonna be here for a short amount of my life, then you're not gonna just be sitting there missing home all the time, thinking about whatever. Like, you'll get homesick at times, and you can call people and talk to them, but the majority of your focus should be
there. Make the focus where you're at. Right. For sure. Yeah. Sweet. As far as your relationship with Jesus, I know you're a man of faith, and Jesus has definitely wrecked your life and come in and shown you how great He is and how much He has to offer.
Absolutely.
How much we need to serve Him daily. And so, being in Germany, away from your church family, away from community, and as a believer, we know that we grow every day. We're never the same, and there's always room for improvement and growth. But how would you say you manage your relationship with Jesus, staying in the faith over there when you don't have that solid community around you as much as you did here in the States?
It was tough. That's definitely the toughest part about living over there, was not having a lot of people around you that knew you well, that were also like-minded in the sense of like, Jesus is the most important thing in their life. Right. And it's tough. It definitely is tough. For me, like, spending time in the Word of God, the Bible, reading it, spending time with God in prayer, and just waking up in the morning and talking to Him was essential. But then there was just a lot of days where I didn't have a lot of time with God, and that was hard for me. Definitely hard for me. And I did have a church a little bit of the time, but it wasn't like wasn't super close, because for me, church is not just a building that you go in and you sit in and now like you're like whatever, you feel better. The church is the people of God.
Absolutely.
It's the people who love God, who have given their lives to serve God, and you can find those anywhere. But there's not a lot of people in Germany that speak English that have that same mindset that you can really connect with, and so that definitely was hard for me.
Yeah, for sure. I know community is a really big thing. That's a really big reason me and Silas here are doing this video. Is I think it's definitely the Holy Spirit working as two men in faith who love Jesus and have definitely learned a lot of things along the way that we definitely wish we would not have learned, just because it's hard parts in our life and things that we wish we wouldn't have faced. But that's part of growing in your faith, is trials and obstacles, and the Lord molding you and using you in different ways. And so as a man of God, I mean, it's really encouraging knowing that I mean, we're going to mess up daily, and that's why we need to rely on Jesus, because he is the way, the truth, and the light, and that's the only way that we will be able to go throughout life without failing too much, because we know that he's on our team. And when you got the best player on your team, it's hard to lose. And so I know community is really important, and so I wanted to reach out to Silas because we both go through things in our life. We were very similar points in our life, and so I reached out to him. It's important to have people in your life who you can pour into, listen, talk, and so we've known each other for what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
2 weeks. This is my second time down here in Waco. It's like a 3-hour drive for me, so when you have good community, you definitely want to reach out to people and surround yourself with those people who have the same mindset, the same approach to life, and it's definitely a God thing, and so it's definitely cool to see the Lord work. He had to go overseas. I was here. Now I get to go overseas, and he's here. Right. Yet God brought us here in Waco, Texas, and to get to talk about him and ask questions about the journey of life. And so, Silas, man, I appreciate you. I might steal this mug.
But I was telling CV, you might just see me out there later this season in Germany. You never know.
Never. The Lord works in mysterious ways. When you're obedient in the moment, he provides open doors as long as you serve him in what you're doing.
Yeah, and now that you're out there, it gives me another reason to go.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Plus, I might be out there filming this year.
Oh yeah, he does a German TV show. But yeah, Silas, man, I appreciate you.
Is that the last question?
It's been yeah. I mean, you got anything else that you would want to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you just like a few. I think
break it down.
A few things.
I need more. We're gonna put this up and we're just gonna talk.
A few things I would say. A few tips.
Bring it.
This is for everyone who's going to Germany as well, football players out there. 1, bring less things than you think.
Okay.
You don't need a lot of stuff. You don't need a lot of clothes. That's the big thing.
That's definitely something I want to do, is just limit what I have.
But don't bring a lot of stuff. You're going to save room for stuff you want to bring back, and you're there for 6 months. You can get most stuff in. You can get everything pretty much in Germany. And then really the biggest thing is utilize your time. You have a ton of time. As an import, you practice twice a week. You have a game on the weekend, so you have so much time to do whatever you want to do. And however disciplined you are with that is really going to determine how well you enjoy being over there. Right. So a lot of guys will just sit in their room all day watching TV, playing video games, scrolling Instagram, and they honestly hate it. Mm-hmm. They end up like not wanting to come back because they're just doing nothing. Right. You have 6 months to literally like learn a new skill, learn a language, learn about a culture, like whatever you want to do. There's so much you can do, so utilize your time well. And just like, be intentional about it. Like, create a schedule for yourself. That's how you're going to be successful. Yeah.
I think that even applies. Like, for a while, I thought I had to move to a different place to come up with all these new plans and schedules and learning new stuff and being organized. Mm-hmm. But even if you're not playing overseas or doing anything, like, start now. Yeah, exactly. I mean, for me, my relationship with Jesus isn't going to start when I get over there. Right. Like, the prep is now. What you're doing now is just as important as what it is when you get over there. Because if you don't have a good foundation now, when you get over there, it's not going to be very good. I mean, as a football guy, if you practice, even if you do only practice twice a week and we don't watch any film, you do zero prep, come game time, you're not going to be successful in the field at all. You're going to get blindsided, smacked, not knowing when blitz is coming. For me as a quarterback, not seeing coverages properly. But just like in your faith, if you're in the Word, surrounding yourself with good community, people in your life who are going to uplift you and build you up and call out your sin and help you grow. If you stay prepared, then come game time, come whenever you get tested, like you're going to be ready. Right. And so just because I'm going over to Germany, I'm not going to start learning that stuff when I get there. I got to start now. And even if you're not going anywhere, if you're here in America right now and you're like, oh man, I'm just in the rut, I'm watching The Office 16 hours a day out of the 24 and I got everything memorized, but I'm not learning anything new. I'm not going out and being active. There's so much stuff to go do. So being proactive with your time and time management, wherever you're at, is crucial. And that's something I'm learning myself as well. For now, that's all we got. Silas, I appreciate you. Me and my broken pinky appreciate you. And that's all we got. Leave a comment below if you have any other questions that for me or Silas, and I'll do my best. We'll do our best to get back to you. So appreciate you guys. Silas, thanks for hanging out. His channel, I'll put his description below. If you don't know who he is, which if you're watching me, I'm pretty sure you know who he is. But if you don't, I'll put it below. Appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. Like I said, this is just the beginning. So thanks for following me right now. And let's see where the Lord takes us. And join me on some adventures. We'll see you guys. Peace out, Girl Scout.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes.